The Arctic fox is a small, furry creature that lives in the Arctic. It is a type of fox, which means it is related to dogs and wolves. The Arctic fox is very special because it can survive in some of the coldest places on Earth. It is amazing how this little animal can live where it is always cold and snowy. The Arctic fox is a survivor. It has thick fur that keeps it warm, even when the temperature drops way below freezing. The Arctic fox is also a skilled hunter. It can catch lemmings, voles, and other small animals that live in the Arctic. This clever fox can even find food under the snow. The Arctic is a very cold and icy place. It is located at the very top of the world. The Arctic is home to lots of ice and snow. It can be very cold, especially in the winter. The Arctic fox lives in burrows, which are tunnels dug into the ground. These burrows help to protect them from the cold weather and strong winds. Arctic foxes live in areas with tundra, which is a cold and treeless plain. Despite the harsh conditions, the Arctic is a beautiful place. It is home to many other amazing animals, including polar bears, seals, and reindeer. The Arctic fox is an important part of this ecosystem. The Arctic fox has some amazing adaptations that help it survive the freezing temperatures of the Arctic. Its most noticeable adaptation is its thick white fur. This fur is made of 2 layers. The outer layer is long and keeps the fox warm and dry. The inner layer is short and fluffy and provides extra insulation. This keeps the Arctic fox warm even when it is -50°C outside. Another adaptation is its small, rounded ears. These help to reduce heat loss. The Arctic fox also has furry feet, which act like snowshoes and help it to walk on top of the snow. The Arctic fox is a carnivore, which means that it eats meat. Its diet mainly consists of lemmings, which are small rodents that live in the Arctic tundra. The Arctic fox also eats birds, bird eggs, fish, and carrion, which is the remains of dead animals. It hunts by using its keen sense of smell and hearing to locate prey. When it finds prey, the Arctic fox will pounce on it with its sharp claws. The Arctic fox is an opportunistic feeder and will eat almost anything it can find, especially in the winter when food is scarce. Arctic foxes are social animals that live in small family groups. A family usually consists of a mated pair and their offspring. They are monogamous animals, which means that they mate for life. During the breeding season, the female Arctic fox will give birth to a litter of pups in a den. The den is usually a burrow that has been enlarged and lined with soft grass and fur. The Arctic fox family stays together, and both parents help to raise the pups. Arctic fox pups are born blind and deaf. They rely on their mother's milk for nourishment. The pups grow quickly and their eyes open after about 9 to 11 days. By the time they are 6 weeks old, the pups will start to venture outside of the den with their parents. The parents teach them how to hunt and survive in the harsh Arctic environment. The young foxes stay with their parents until the fall. That is when they are old enough to fend for themselves. Then, they go off and find their own territories. One of the most fascinating things about the Arctic fox is its ability to change the color of its fur. In the winter, when the Arctic is covered in snow, the Arctic fox has a thick white coat that helps it to camouflage. Camouflage is when an animal blends in with its surroundings. This helps the fox to sneak up on its prey and avoid being seen by predators. In the summer, when the snow melts and the tundra is covered in rocks and plants, the Arctic fox sheds its white fur. It grows a new coat of fur that is brown or gray. This helps it to blend in with the summer landscape. The Arctic fox's ability to change its fur color is a remarkable adaptation that helps it to survive in its changing environment. Arctic foxes have the warmest fur of any mammal. They can survive in temperatures as low as -70 degrees Celsius. Arctic foxes are incredibly resourceful. They have been known to follow polar bears and scavenge on the remains of their kills. Arctic foxes are surprisingly good swimmers. They have even been spotted swimming between ice floes. The Arctic fox is a truly remarkable creature. Its adaptations, such as its thick fur, color-changing abilities, and hunting skills, make it perfectly suited to life in the harsh Arctic environment. The Arctic fox is an important part of the Arctic ecosystem. It helps to control populations of lemmings and other small animals. As we continue to learn more about the Arctic fox, we can gain a greater appreciation for the wonders of the natural world. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing content.